Good day! On this video I will show you, or try to show you, how to remove a turbo on the OM617 engine. You are on the Mercedes W123 channel. I'm Hervé and I will try to show it to you. I have here an S123 which has a 617 engine. Unfortunately that engine is atmospheric, it doesn't have a turbo. But I've got another Mercedes with a 617 turbo, but it's another model, it's a W126. So I will show you on that other car. No worries about it, because it will be exactly the same engine, same turbo, same procedure, same everything. The only thing that changed is the chassis of the car. That's it. The rest it's exactly the same. Let's go. What would be the reason to remove the turbo in the first place? Well, it will be because usually over time you will have a slate play inside, and basically this will have to be completely dismantled and some parts will have to be changed, so like that you will be able to work properly again. Usually what happens as well, when you start to have some play, the turbo will start consuming a lot of oil, so that's something you have to be aware of as well. Okay, so I've looked at what turbo I've got, and I only seen Air Search T3, which I assume it's Garrett, but Garrett is nowhere near written on it. So being in a doubt, because I could have bought the parts and rebuilt it, but being in the doubt, I will simply, the idea was simply to remove it, bring it to a specialist, they deal with it, they repair it, and I mount it back. But then when I saw the headache to remove it, I thought, now that would be nice to make a video, because at least that will be able to guide you a little bit and see how we do that. Okay, so it's completely removed now, but I will try to redo all the steps that I've done to try and show you how it's done. As you have seen, I've removed quite a bit. It's not only the turbo, it's quite a lot of stuff that I've removed. So I strongly advise you, if you've got no clue about mechanic or very little experience, I would strongly advise you not to touch it. Just take the car to someone that deals with turbo, they will give you a quote, and if after they got a headache, that will be their problem, that will not be yours. Because if you start messing with this, and then after you can't remember where you place the part, etc., then you will have a car that will be there standing and you will have a problem. Okay, so that will be a job for someone that's got quite some knowledge about mechanic or more. Anyway, people that got more knowledge, they won't be watching the video anyway. Okay, so anyway, as well, if your car is turbodiesel, you will have that engine. Doesn't matter if it's 126 or 123. That will be exactly the same engine. Okay, so let's now retrace the steps on how to remove that and what tool I've used. First thing to remove will be the air filter box. Okay, so very easy. We remove the nut that's here. We remove a tube that's there too. Okay, then we remove the filter. Inside you will have 3 nuts as well that you remove. Okay, this will be added here. So basically you unscrew those two, you remove this, you remove that. Now things start to get way more complicated, because we will have to remove that support for the air filter. Mine is broken. Okay, so this filter, the support is more or less here. Okay, so it's held by 2 bolts here. Okay, so you remove them, very easy. But the last one, the third one, is in fact here. And to remove this, wow, get ready, get geared up, because that's a problem. I will show you now why it's a problem to remove it. Here, there will be approximately it will be fitted like that, more or less. So this is why we have to remove this, because if not, we cannot remove the turbo. The problem is, I don't know why, some people, you see this, where we unscrew this, there's another one here. Very often you'll find it on the way up. So basically, because this is a bit under, you will not have access to the bolt. So that's a huge problem. So what I've done, obviously I won't show you this one, but it's same as this one. I've basically unscrewed this, and after I've knocked it so it moved a little bit, and then eventually give me the space, so like that I can remove the third one, and finally I've been able to remove it. But I'm telling you, this has cost me easily 3 hours to remove that. You see here are the two supports for the bracket for the air filter. Okay, so I recommend you, once it's removed, replace the bolts on it so that you don't lose it. Okay, then you will have to disconnect the vacuum from the EGR valve. Okay, and then you will remove what's here too. Here there's a tube. You remove this as well. Now we can disconnect the exhaust. So for this, you will see at the entry on the turbo there will be 3 bolts. You remove them and you uncouple this, but it's not finished. If you continue, you will see that it's held by a bracket on the car to avoid vibrations. You remove this as well, so like that you can move it as you wish, okay, because it needs to be free from the turbo. To have a bit more space, you see that tube here, there's 2 bolts. We have to remove this. This will become loose. This as well will be fixed, the oil, the gearbox oil level, and it's held behind this. You see here, let me show you here. So basically we'll remove this and this will become loose, then we'll be okay. Let's recap a little bit. When we remove the air filter with the U in plastic, it gets connected here. Here is connected the EGR valve. At the back, the exhaust, and the tube that I've shown you is connected here. Okay. Now some people looking at the back of the turbo may think, well, four bolts to remove. Well, I'll remove it and I'll take the turbo out. No. I guarantee you can spend 1 whole week on this, you will not take it out. The spanners or stuff like that, either they're too long or the sockets are too big. It's a complete nightmare. There's just no way to take it out that way. You will have to remove this, absolutely. Let me show you on the car now. To remove the turbo, this is what we have to remove now, you see. So it looks pretty easy that way, you know. We place a socket, something a bit long, a ratchet, and we remove all of them. So in theory, yes. Sadly, the last one here, wow, gear yourself up because that's super difficult to remove it. How I've been able to remove it? Using a span of 17 like this one, you see, but you see it's bent. And it's bent because there was no way I could fit it and unscrew it. No way. Because this part was in the way. It goes that way, yeah. It was in the way, so there was no way I could remove it. This would prevent me. So what I've done, I use a sledgehammer, I bent it, and finally, with a lot of patience, I've been able to remove it, okay? So once they're all gone, what you have to do, okay, so imagine this part is there and you've got your turbo here. You will have to remove this first, okay? Don't try to remove the whole block together because that won't work either. Okay, so you remove this first. As you can see, there's a half here, you see, half moon, okay, and the other one got the other half, okay? So you remove this, and once you've removed this, you will be able to remove the turbo. And you will see that below the turbo there's a pipe that goes here. Don't worry about it. By lifting it, it will simply come off. Okay, so that's how you remove the turbo from the engine. The tube I was telling you about is this one. So when you lift the whole thing up, this will remove itself, no worries. Now before to finish the video, I will show you how to check if your turbo needs some work. You see the axle in the center. If you touch it by hand, you may feel some play, okay? But in case you take a plier like this one, fine. You put the pointy part in the center and you move it a bit. And you should clearly see a play, okay? So once you see that play, you know the turbo needs to be rebuilt. Now maybe you will rebuild your own turbo. If you know the brand and the model, no worries, you get the parts, you do it yourself. If not, while you bring it to someone, double check as well that the rubber are good and that they're not cooked. What I mean by that, this for instance goes here or the other way, okay, and it gets fitted onto the turbo. Those two, you see, mine, this one is okay, this one is a bit hard, okay? So I will order that from Mercedes. That tube that goes under the turbo as well, that goes at the bottom, it has as well a joint. Make sure it's okay. If it's not, buy it now at Mercedes, and when your turbo is ready, at least it gets fitted on something good. This is it. If you have any question, please do not hesitate. I may be able to answer them, maybe not, but we will see. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so, and we'll see each other in the next one soon. Take care.